Hello friends, Jennifer Pearson here, Thistle Gypsy, with a review of the Goddess Oracle. Now, I'm sure that there are many reviews of this out there because I'm coming to it fairly late and I got it in a trade. But I really do like this deck as a goddess deck. In fact, I think there's one more called the Universal Goddess Tarot that I would like. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to make this my goddess deck, and this will be it. So I no longer have the box, or I don't know, maybe it's stuffed away. I take decks out of their boxes immediately and stow the box, or if it's in bad shape, I get rid of it. But this was a trade, and I think it was still in very good shape, so I probably still have the box somewhere. Both of these items came together. So you have the book, which is a fair-sized book, and this is by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. I think there's another Goddess Oracle. It's not a very distinctive name, so there might be more than one. And so this is Amy Sophia Marashinsky's. And, you know, kind of the usual, where they've got some spreads and some examples of spreads and just talking about it. But then they have the actual entries for each card, and it has in these, I was thinking, oh, I'm able to do this during the day when I won't get glare, but then it ends up being kind of a dark video. But I'm not going to turn on the light because we're going to be looking at the cards in a minute, and I'm hoping that it won't be too dark then. But you have a lovely poem, and these do tend to be quite apropos to the goddess in hand here. And then we have the mythology and not only the mythology, the pronunciation is right here, first thing, so that you get some pronunciation guidance for these. And so it's 2 pages, actually even more than 2 pages, because this is the meaning of the card. So you get poem, mythology, meaning, ritual, and then that ritual takes up quite a bit of space, and then you're on to the next card. So let me see what's in the back. I haven't used this deck a lot yet, but I have really enjoyed it when I have used it. And it seemed to give interesting messages, especially if you take the mythology and the meaning together. Is there anything in the back? I don't think so. Some references, just kind of a part 3, the cards, so just sort of a reference, quick reference you might say, and a bibliography in case you want to read more about goddesses. And we'll put that back where it came from. What you see here is the backing of the Goddess Oracle, and I will walk you through all of the cards here. And they are no longer in order. To trim or not to trim, that is the question. I don't know that I will. I don't know that I'll use this enough for it to be important for me to trim it. So, but I could see taking the sides off, certainly. But, you know, they're large, but they're not super large. They're not, you know, I will have to shuffle them like this. But that's okay. I do that with quite a few of my decks. Certainly a very international deck, which is one of the things I like about it. I should say I do have another goddess deck that's all Greek goddesses, and I love that deck also. It's the Ancient Feminine Wisdom, and because of the Greek stories in there. So I really do love that deck as well. But this is a perfect complement to it because this one is so international. And you might say interhistorical, since it goes back in history. A lot of historical goddesses. So I'm very happy. I don't have any recollection whatsoever of what I traded this for, but I certainly am very happy to have this deck. Some of these images I may even end up having some, my own intuitive meanings for as well. In fact, that's something I intend to do with a lot of the decks I currently have, is go through each one and create my own little notes regarding the strongest feelings that I get from the card, and all of the imagery and what it represents to me. I do feel a lot of gratitude for all of these deck makers that have really taken the time to look into all of the various female gods, deities, I guess I should say, and created art to represent them. It's such a treasure. Such a treasure, really, to have these as guides, and some of them, the vast majority are positive, some are not. But what a wonderful gift it would be to receive something like this, for young women to receive something like this when they are 12. Well, probably not 11, 12, 13, somewhere in there, depending upon the young woman, which is a time when a lot of young women are struggling with self-esteem and their image as women instead of girls, and the way cultures tend to denigrate women or put them off to the side or limit their potentials. So this kind of a deck, I think, is a really great way for women in general, but young women in particular, to think about themselves in a very broad way, that their lives can have multiple meanings, and that they can take on multiple roles and be strong in each of them. Alright, so that's it for the Goddess Oracle by Amy Marashinsky. Thank you. Bye-bye.